Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. So today we're going to do a seascape as well, let's just paint it. We got some brown and some green. I want to put in some rock shape first, just to get this started. So I use a thin colour just to get the shape in there. So I want it to be like there. It's kind of triangle like that. It goes off there, and in front of that there's this big wave, sort of goes like this. Not that sort of shape. And just start filling in the dark area so I can see where it all is. Something like that, because then the wave is going like this. Yeah, because when I go to the coast, I've always got my phone on me and I'm always taking pictures. So much easier to take photos these days, isn't it? I used to walk around with a big camera and multiple lenses. And I still used to get rubbish photos, so I'm quite happy with the the new way. So I've got some yellow ochre and some ultramarine blue to make the dark part of the water using this. This is pretty close actually. It's sort of a greeny blue. Yeah, that's nice. Because the page has got a yellow to it as well, that helps. So you could consider this your sketch stage of the painting. I never really use drawing as a way of painting myself, but you could do that as well. You could do drawing first of the shape that you want to paint. There's never a exact way to start a painting. You do it the way you want to do it. And as it goes back, get some white, same colour, sort of a grey sort of blue, isn't it? I'm going to sort of go to about horizon line about there. That might be a bit light actually. A bit light. Throw in a bit of the green as well. That's nicer. Out there. Bring that into that. I can use my finger to just to blend that bit. If you're struggling with blending with acrylics, you just have to do it straight away. You can't really hang about with acrylics because it dries and you can have issues then. That's the way I do it anyway. I mean, you can use these open acrylics and all this other stuff that's out, or you could just be quick. Or you could also use one of these to keep your paints from drying out too quick. A little atomizer works brilliantly. Just spray your plate. I've got just a plate. I mix in my colours. Just these colours: green, yellow, blue, and white. And then you can start going for it. You really start going for it and have fun with your painting. I want to get some colour in there. I'm not sure whether I'm going to paint the sky. I might just leave it, because sometimes it's fun just to leave paper. Just leave that. Anyway, let's think about this bit here. I want a bit more of a green tint in that. There. Nice shape there. I really like that shape. Try and get a bit of green and green, blue and yellow, a bit darker. It was about the shape there. Looks so nice, that bit. A bit of a bit more yellow ochre in my colour, and just a bit there. It goes like that. So I'm using a reference picture, but I'm always sort of changing it because it might not be the way I want it. So if it's not the way I want it, I'll just do it differently. But you can do it like that. You can either use reference or not. It doesn't matter. I'm diving in on these lights already, and I shouldn't be really. I'm so desperate just to go. This will be alright though, because we can use this as our shadow side of the wave. There's all sorts of little bits going. Yeah, what I really should be doing is getting this rock done. It's so much fun doing these bits. You can see that's water already, can't you? Right, I'm just going to wash my brush. So the big golden rule when painting is you don't want to get your white in your dark. If you're making a dark colour, you don't want any white in it because then you're fighting against it. So a bit of green, bit of blue, bit of brown, bit of red as well, maybe. Just to warm it up. Green, red, blue, brown. It's a nice dark. Let's see what that looks like. If we can darken these rocks here. Thinking rock. Thinking those rock shapes in the water. This was actually a scene at Cromer that I saw. Cromer on the north. Wait, on the north? On the Norfolk coast, that's what I wanted to say. Norfolk coast. What an amazing coast that is. Lots of different types of places to visit on the Norfolk coast. So many different beaches. It's a really good one. It's a right little gem of a place. And of course, the waves are great. So that's why I like visiting the Norfolk coast. Another area I like going is the Yorkshire coast. Another really fantastic place. So I'm going to get some green, yellow ochre. Look, green and yellow ochre. And I'm not even going to bother waiting for that to dry. I'm just going to go straight on it with these nice little highlights. And because it's wet, I can kind of make it disappear a bit using my finger, shape it. Get these nice masses of colour. These individual rocks. These really nice darks underneath these rocks as well. I'll do these before I do the splashing, you see. Need a bit more of a lighter kind of yellowy browny sort of colour. Yellowy browny with some white. Bit of crimson as well. More crimson. Well, that's better. There's this rock here shaped like this. You don't see it as well because of the background isn't coloured. That might make me change my mind about that now. Bit of blue in the rock as well. There's a bit of blue in that rock. It's all kinds of colours, shapes. A bit more of a greyish tone, a bit more brown in my colour. A bit more of a grey, that's better. And that shape there as well. Well, that's starting to come on now. All these different shapes. Piece that goes there and sort of disappears a bit. I'll leave that dark bit there. Will I do the sky? I'm starting to think about doing a little blue wash on the sky. Just so I can show that rock off a bit. Bit of blue, bit of white. Maybe a touch of brown in it. Yeah, that's not bad. See how that looks. That's a bit of a thin colour in there. I missed that up a bit using your finger. You can paint it on quite thin as well if you want to make it more watercolourish. Kind of what I'm doing. That's the good thing about acrylics that I like, is you can change the way you paint with them. You can either paint really thin like a watercolour painter, or you can paint quite thick, a bit like an oil painter. Painted one of the rocks away a bit there. A bit more colour. A bit of cloud maybe. Just behind the rock. So we'll have a look at that. That work. Should we leave that for a minute and let that kind of appear a bit? I'll leave that a minute. I do kind of like that actually now. Maybe it was a good idea to do a horizon line. Yeah, I quite like that. Right, we'll leave that. I'm going to carry on in the foreground. Need to get some more of this churning water. Churning up here. Churning there. Splashing down here. I really enjoy painting water. You can even add a little bit of light in here, right there. In there as well. Get these areas where the light just hitting it. That water going up there. So this is starting to dry here, so you can start working a bit more along there. Yeah, that's looking good. As this has sort of dried a bit, I'm going to go back with a bit of dark colour to do some work on those rocks there and there. To create the shape of the rock. Better. And then there's a bit of light. So grab some yellow, some white, and light. And we can start thinking about this water. Because this is where I want it to be the lightest. The spray of the along here and splashing up. So pull that paint a bit as well. It's twisting and splashing. Piece of it sort of splashed out there as well. Getting that movement, and it's turning over here. So you can start with a thin paint like I've done there, and then you can start building it up and building it up to make it to the brightness that you want, and you can start putting in all the other ones. Little splashes there. One goes there. Sort of background sort of bits as well. Not too much. I don't want to do too much in the background, but I want it to be completely flat. Feel like I want to sort that horizon out a bit as well. Just go like that. I mean, it doesn't matter too much. Just wanted a little bit more there, and a little bit of blue and white. Blue and white now. Blue and white. Some of these bits. I've got a little bit of a there, and then it sort of falls over again there. What I need to do is build up the light. That's the I think the trick with painting sea paintings is really focusing on the light and where the light's hitting and how you can make it stand out best possible. So I'm getting some light now, and I really want it to be whiter. So I'm going to get some more paint. Some really white with a hint of yellow, of course. So I've got some white there. My brush has already got some yellow on it, but that's alright because I want it to be yellowy white. And then here got it really. So this is really thick paint now. So this is where all the hard work in the beginning pays off a bit now, because you've got these little areas that haven't got thick paint on, and they start to look better. It makes it look better and more interesting, because all this stuff that's happening. I'm using circular strokes, splash it all around. All these splashes. And even in here. And this bit. It's one, isn't it? Splashing it everywhere. Okay, that's looking pretty nice. So I can go one further with that as well. I might just do a bit more water at the front. A bit more water here. That's nicer. And then I want to pick out some areas that are a bit lighter, because the water's sort of transparent. This bit there, the water's a bit thinner, so it's got a bit more light in it. There as well. There. Don't need to do all of them though, because some of them I actually don't want, because I want to keep the dark. It's the thing, isn't it? You want to pick it, pick it out. There's a bit more white there. See, like little bits coming down there. This is kind of falling over a little bit there. Like that. That's better. Now, get that shape a bit better there. It goes all the way around like that. And then there's some nice lights there. And then up in the front here, there's got to do the sound effects, don't you? And then got some real light, just pure white now. I'm getting some pure white, quite a lot of it, just to put on that bit there. Yeah, that's nice. Now the rocks. I want sort of a light pinkish kind of colour, just for some of the highlights. So a little bit of red and white. Just want to lighten some of these bits. Around that bit there. Light there. Like that there as well. Don't overdo the light because I need the main light to be the water. The water's the main focus. So we sit back, have a look at that. Can I see anything? Maybe a little bit of blue there. A little bit of blue in there. Get that shape there. I can sort of see that. Something like that. There's quite a lot of movement there, isn't there? Tempted to put a boat in the background. Or some seagulls or something. I do the seagull idea actually. Let's get a little bit using this rubbish liner, see if it works. I can imagine they're birds. Do I do a little boat there? It gets fun, doesn't it? And you start thinking, what else can you do? What else can I do? Maybe I could do a little boat. Get a little bit of grey colour on this rubbishy brush. I need to get a new one of these. Yeah, sort of an indication of a boat on the horizon there. I might do another sail on the front. There's definitely something there. Not sure if it's a boat anymore. There's something there. But anyway, this is all about this nice water here. I had fun painting that. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you at another episode. Cheers, bye.